Welcome to Ctrl+Talk.
Hey, everyone.
This is Anthony and Kate, and we're going to be doing a deep dive today into the future of AI.
Yeah.
Specifically, what is coming down the pipeline with OpenAI's GPT models.
The tech behind ChatGPT.
Exactly, and get this according to this MS Power User article from just a few days ago.
Oh, wow.
GPT-4.5 and GPT-5 are about to drop.
Wow.
We're talking weeks, maybe months?
That's crazy.
Not years.
It's an exciting time.
I know.
To be following this technology.
Okay, so let's unpack what this article tells us.
Okay.
First up, Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI himself, confirmed that these models are coming soon.
Wow.
He also acknowledged that the current way of picking between different GPT versions is clunky.
Yeah, I can see how that would be frustrating to users.
Right.
Having to choose between models like DaVinci or Curie isn't exactly intuitive.
And it seems OpenAI is listening to that feedback.
Good.
They want to make the whole AI experience way more user-friendly.
That's smart as these tools become more powerful.
Yeah.
It's crucial to make them accessible and easy to use.
Now, here's where things get really interesting.
Okay.
GPT-5 is going to have different tiers.
Oh.
Free users will get the standard version, but if you're a Plus or Pro subscriber, you unlock a whole bunch of extra features.
So they're moving towards a tiered subscription model, much like we see with other software.
Right.
That's a strategic move.
Yeah.
To potentially broaden their user base and monetize different levels of access.
And the features they're talking about, I mean, wow, voice interaction. So you can literally talk to GPT-5, something called Kansas, which some people think might be for visual creation and even deep research capabilities.
The voice interaction is a game changer.
I know.
Imagine being able to ask GPT a question and get a spoken response all hands-free. This could have huge implications for accessibility for people who have difficulty typing, for example.
Totally. And that deep research thing?
Yeah.
Can you imagine being able to ask a question and have GPT actually dig through tons of information to give you a well-researched answer?
It's moving beyond simple question and answer into a realm of more complex, insightful knowledge processing.
Yeah.
Which brings us to OpenAI's O-series model, specifically O3. They launched it just a couple of months ago in December, but instead of keeping it separate, they're merging its AI smarts into GPT-5.
So it sounds like OpenAI is streamlining their whole system. Instead of having a bunch of separate models, they're creating this one super powerful GPT-5 that can handle everything.
It makes sense from a user perspective, one central access point for all of these advanced capabilities.
Right.
And speaking of O3, that model was already pretty impressive in its own right. Integrating it into GPT-5 could lead to some truly remarkable advancements.
Right. It's like they're combining the best of all their AI models into one ultimate brain.
It really does feel like we're on the verge of a major leap forward in AI capabilities.
I'm curious, for you listening right now, what are you most excited about with these upcoming GPT models? Leave us a comment on your podcast app and let us know. And for those of you struggling to keep up with all this amazing tech, we want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Albion.is.
Yes.
A DevOps consultancy that can help you navigate the ever-changing technological landscape.
It's fascinating to consider how these new features could be used in practical ways.
Right.
Take the deep research capabilities, for instance. Instead of just getting a quick answer from GPT,
Right.
you could potentially have it analyze complex topics
Yeah.
from multiple angles.
It'd be like having your own super-powered research assistant. I mean, think about the time it would save students,
Absolutely.
researchers, anyone who needs to sift through mountains of information.
Exactly. And it could even go beyond just summarizing existing knowledge. What if GPT could analyze patterns in data
Oh, wow.
that humans might miss?
Yeah.
Or help us connect ideas in completely new ways?
That's where things start to get really mind-blowing. It's almost like we're giving GPT
Yeah.
the ability to think creatively, to come up with insights that we never could have imagined on our own.
And with the voice interaction feature,
Right.
it wouldn't just be about getting written reports or summaries. Imagine having a back-and-forth conversation with GPT, bouncing ideas off of it, getting its perspective on your work.
It's almost like having an AI collaborator.
Right.
And speaking of collaboration,
Yeah.
the Kansas feature, if it's for visual creation, like some people are speculating, could be a game changer for artists and designers.
Imagine being able to describe a visual concept to GPT and have it generate images or designs based on your instructions. It could open up a whole new realm of creative possibilities.
This brings us to another exciting development mentioned in the article.
Okay.
GPT 4.5, codenamed Orion.
Okay.
It's significant because it's the last model that won't have what's called chain of thought capabilities.
Chain of thought reasoning is a crucial step.
Yeah.
In AI development, essentially, it's about training models to think more like humans do,
Uh-huh.
to break down a problem into logical steps and explain their reasoning.
So instead of just giving you an answer, GPT would actually show its work like we used to do in school.
Exactly.
Okay.
It would not only provide the solution,
Right.
but also the logic behind it. This is important for building trust and understanding how the AI arrived at its conclusion.
I see how that would be useful, especially if you're using GPT for something important like making a business decision
Right.
or writing a piece of code. You'd want to understand the thought process behind the AI's suggestions.
Absolutely. And with chain thought reasoning, GPT becomes less of a black box and more of a transparent partner
Right.
in problem solving.
I'm curious, did the article give any specific examples of how chain of thought would work in practice?
It didn't go into too much detail, but we can imagine scenarios like asking GPT to create a marketing plan instead of just spitting out a list of actions.
Okay.
It could walk you through each step, explaining why it chose certain strategies and how they connect to the overall goal.
Okay, that makes sense. It'd be like having the AI lay out its reasoning, making it easier to understand and trust its recommendations.
It's a significant step towards making AI not just powerful, but also more understandable.
Right.
And dare I say, even more human-like in its thinking process.
And it's coming sooner than we think. All of this, plus the multiple tiers, the voice interaction, the canvas potential GPT, is evolving at an incredible pace.
It really is. We're witnessing a technological leap that has the potential to reshape how we learn,
Yeah.
how we work, and even how we create.
It's both exciting and a little overwhelming, to be honest.
Yeah,
All these possibilities opening up. It's like standing on the edge of a new frontier.
I agree. And as with any new frontier, there will be challenges as well as opportunities.
Yeah,
It's important to approach these advancements with a sense of both wonder and responsibility.
absolutely. And speaking of responsibility, I want to take a moment to thank our sponsor, Albion.is.
Yes.
They're experts in helping businesses navigate the complexities of technology, including AI.
If you're feeling a little lost in the sea of tech advancements,
Right.
Albion.is can provide guidance and support. They can help you understand how to leverage these new tools to achieve your goals.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit
Sure.
and really hone in on the significance of this news about GPT.
Okay.
What stood out to you as particularly important?
I think the biggest takeaway is that GPT is evolving at an unprecedented rate. These new models represent a significant leap forward in AI capabilities.
It seems like OpenAI is really focused on making GPT more than just a novelty or a fun tool to play with.
Yeah,
They're building it to be something that people rely on, something that integrates seamlessly into their lives.
I think you're right. The emphasis on user-friendliness, the move towards a tiered subscription model, the integration of different models into one powerful GPT-5, all of this points to a company that's serious about bringing AI to the masses.
And it makes you wonder, what's their long-term vision? Where do they see GPT fitting into the future of, well, everything?
It's almost like they're building the foundation for an AI-powered world.
Yeah.
A world where we can access information, solve problems, and even create things in ways that we can barely imagine right now.
And that brings us to a question that's been lingering in my mind throughout this whole discussion. With all this power at our fingertips, with GPT able to do deep research, access vast amounts of information, and even interact with us through voice, what does this mean for the future of, well, humanity?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? We're talking about tools that could potentially change the way we learn, the way we work, even the way we think.
I mean, imagine a world where students can have personalized AI tutors, where researchers can uncover hidden patterns in data that would have taken them years to find manually, where writers can collaborate with AI to create stories that push the boundaries of imagination.
The possibilities are both exciting and a little daunting. It's like we're standing at a crossroads, and the choices we make now about how we develop and use these technologies will have a profound impact on the future.
It makes you realize that we're not just talking about lines of code or algorithms.
Right.
We're talking about shaping the future of our species.
And that's a responsibility we shouldn't take lightly. It's up to all of us developers, policymakers, educators, everyday users to ensure that AI is used for good, that it enhances our lives and helps us solve the challenges facing humanity.
It's a conversation that needs to continue, that needs to involve everyone. We need to be thinking about the ethical implications, the potential risks, as well as the incredible opportunities.
I couldn't agree more. The future of AI is not predetermined. It's something we're creating together right now with every choice we make.
And that's what makes this such a fascinating and crucial time to be alive. We're not just observers, we're active participants in shaping the future.
To everyone listening, I encourage you to engage with these topics, to ask questions, to share your thoughts and concerns. The future of AI is in our hands.
That's a powerful thought to end on. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the world of GPT and the future of AI. We'll be back soon with another episode of Troll Plus. Talk until then, stay curious and keep exploring. 1628.